Good evening, lovelies. So I was just jumping in because, today's January 1st, 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. And so I just wanted to kind of talk about there was two things that I was really, really grateful for um, in 2024 and going into 2025. I know it's just going to get better. But it was two things that people kind of take for granted. Um, that as a survivor is important to us. So I definitely kind of want to put it out there for my support group friends that are watching is that, especially the ones who are just going into the group um, as well, so that way they know it's coming, is one is that changes for us is being able to be in the moment and you don't think about it at first. Um, for me, um, I thought about it like at little bits and pieces of time. I think I was talking to maybe it was Anastasia, Miranda, or Marilena when I was at the DB Center. Like I was driving home after having a day out with Adriana and Juliana, and they went to where they were staying, and I went to the DB shelter, and I was crying, and they were like, why are you crying? And I was just like, you know, I was like, I was like just so full of such positive emotion and energy that I had such a good time with them. And I did not like, I wasn't rushed to go home. I wasn't worried that nothing was going to happen to me, that I was just able to enjoy my afternoon out with them and not have to worry. I was just able to enjoy my Sunday afternoon out with my daughters and not have to worry. Just think about that for a minute. Something as basic as taking my daughters out for lunch on a Sunday into the mall. I was on my way back to the domestic violence shelter and my dropped my daughters off to where they were staying. I was on, well, one of the girls, maybe it was Mylene or Miranda, it was one of my three. I was crying on the way back, and that's why I was crying because I was heading back to the shelter without fear. So those that something as basic as that, we don't have to take for, and have to worry about anymore. So that was just like day one, basically week one. Week one. um, you didn't have to worry about it anymore. So I wasn't thinking about like when I was writing my stuff down yesterday, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about like bigger things that I was grateful for, that I was like, I could be in the moment. I was thinking about bigger things that I'm in the moment for now, that it's like that, we don't even think about just, as a collective, that I could go to, I don't think about anymore like what am I going to cook for dinner or, what happened yesterday, that like that type of anxiety. I don't have that type of anxiety. Stuff like that I'm even worried about. If I go to a concert, I'm present. I can enjoy my time at the concert. If I'm hanging out here or I'm hanging out there, or if I'm talking on the phone or whatever, whoever I'm talking to, they have my attention. I'm not thinking about who I spoke to here or who I spoke to there. Whoever has my attention has my attention. My mind's not wandering anyplace else. That's how I have my mind trained. That's where I am with my mind. That's what meditation has done to me. I have been able to train my mind that if I'm with you, I'm with you. If I'm with you, I'm with you. You don't have to worry that I'm not getting what you're saying or I'm thinking about what my reply is going to be. No, When I'm with you, you talking to me now. If I don't feel like talking to you, I'm gonna be like, it's a wrap. Like that's another thing. If I ain't got time for you, I ain't got time for you. You wasting my energy. Like that's the one thing about me now. Like I ain't wasting my energy. I probably sound like one of these little Buddhists on the TV. Like I'm not wasting my energy on nobody. Like I'm sorry. Like you ain't gonna suck not even a pinky from me. Like it ain't gonna happen. Okay, because if I'm talking to you, you talking to me, I'm gonna give you 100%. Okay, so if you ain't vibing with me, you getting zero. It's like have a good day. I'm gonna keep it stepping. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I will stay in the present with whoever I'm talking to. You don't have to worry about that. So I do that. I try. I don't do it all the time, obviously, because I'm a person. But for the most part, I try to do that. So whether it's like I'm eating, I'm not sitting here thinking like, what am I going to do for breakfast, or what am I going to do for this, or what am I going to do for that. Mm-mm. At least I try not to, unless like unless something else really got my mind going, and there's only one other thing that would get my mind going. That's it. So I usually pretty much stay. I try to. That's it. That's all I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I just kind of try to just kind of challenge everybody. There's a really good book out there. It's called The Power of Now. Um, and I will definitely say one thing I'm going to say is that it was really hard for me to do that. I have ADHD, so it's very, very hard for me to get my mind to focus. Very hard. It was very hard for me to do that. I had to start off by doing it at 2 minutes at a time, 3 minutes at a time, but it was definitely worth it. So I would definitely suggest getting The Power of Now. It's really, really worth it to get your mind trained at what you want it to do, um, instead of letting your mind rule you and rule your emotions. You can go ahead and take control of what you want it to do. The book is spirit based, just to kind of let y'all know. So that way, if there's people who are not, within the spirit family, just let you know. But, you can take what you want from the book. You don't have to, even if you're not spirit based, that's fine too. You just take what you want from the book. You don't have to be whatever, um, to be in the present. But the book is called The Power Now. I strongly suggest it. Um, the other thing was laughter. So I'm listening to Ray. She's really good. She's a blues singer. But ADHD kicks in. Woo! Don't take much for me to power of now, right? I'm in the present. um, so the was laughter. And everybody's like, well, I've seen you laugh all the time. Yes. But when you start like really healing and really emptying out everything that you have inside of you and really, getting face to face with your shadows and clearing that out, you start getting a different type of laughter. You start getting a deep laughter, one that you haven't seen in a long time. And you start becoming very genuine and you start becoming your true self. And that started happening where, you know, when I laugh, I really do laugh, and I laugh a lot more, and and it's really, when you get me laughing, I'm really laughing, and and sometimes, I when sometimes, you know, I didn't realize it at first until I had to start writing this up. I noticed a big difference when I started talking with Norman, because I'll start laughing and then I'll be crying. I started writing this up and I started thinking, okay, when can I go back to actually start it? When I started noticing a change in my laughter, And I could probably go back um, to July to Pennsylvania when I went to see the concert. Um, I had a really good time, and I met some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. Um, a lifelong friend, and definitely had some wonderful laughs there. And but definitely laughter. You definitely, as you start healing, you start laughing definitely from like your roots that you haven't had in such a long time. So definitely for my healing friends, just continue on with your healing, with your steps, and you will not regret it at all. So that's all I wanted to say for this evening. If you guys have any comments, you can just post them. Definitely share my channel, to show your support. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys later.